video of Active Fungus Studios about Inspector Schmidt the Ebbing, our game that is going to be released on April 7th on Steam. Today I am being joined by Hanna. Hanna is a valued team member, and maybe tell us a little
Wow.
tell us a little bit about yourself. What are you doing here?
I'm Hanna. I'm mostly working on characters at Active Fungus or for Inspector Schmidt the Ebbing, and I'm doing a lot of our sort of illustration 2D work.
So what exactly does that mean? Like, what tools do you use?
A character is kind of the most complex asset you have that you make outside of Engine and then have to bring into Engine. And the character creator has a really nice pipeline and like an Unreal Engine plugin that you can use.
Oh, okay.
Even though there's like 20 plus materials in one character, it's okay, sort of an okay amount of workload to import, export your characters, because you don't want to spend time on import, export. You want to spend time on the character.
How did your process evolve over the past few years?
I think we're doing a lot more detailed characters.
Okay.
We're trying very hard, sort of as much as we can, to be like historically accurate with our characters. And I think it's actually really plans, especially for the female characters, to sort of communicate the time period that we're in just with their clothing, because it is quite different to what we wear today. And I think for historical stuff and also Bavarian Tale, there was like a tendency of just sort of dressing the characters in like grays and browns and very simple clothing and just be like, okay, that's, historically enough. People have been wearing these things in every time and age, but I think we'll be trying to be very particular about the time period in Ebbing and trying to be very detailed with our characters.
Okay, like what kind of research do you do to achieve this kind of details?
We have a big fat mood board where we throw in a bunch of like pictures from the time period. Pick from Google on various like museum websites and everything we can find. For the Ebbing, since we do have some people in the north of Germany, some colleagues, there's also been some, I guess, field research going to sort of actual northern harbour towns and taking pictures and going to the museum and like the sort of local city museums they have there and like photograph some of the stuff they have there. That's always super cool.
Okay.
Like the authentic.
Amazing. So people really went to museums to take pictures of the actual attire. That's fantastic. Wow. Now I know what these museums are good for, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's like the holy grail, like the little free sort of city-owned museums that you find in these like tiny towns. That's the holy grail. That's what you want.
Yeah. Another thing that you do is create 2D assets, or just like create the scenes around our choose your own adventure parts. Maybe a little bit of an explanation. Like there is, we don't animate everything we have. Sometimes you get launched into a 2D situation where you have like a parchment basically, and very beautifully drawn scenes that are static, and you go through the dialogue with like that happens like on this screen, and the drawings change over time.
It's a good little trick because we're a small indie studio and we're trying to make games in a short time frame. So yeah, can't animate everything. So we do these little illustrations.
Like I also personally think it's a really nice change of pace, I guess, like when you are like in a game and if everything's animated, of course, I mean, that's very impressive, but honestly, like after a while, I don't even pay attention to that anymore, even though I might have been hooked in the beginning, So looking at drawings, actually, I enjoy that a lot. Like it kind of like slows me down, like I can like work out the details, and it's not. Yeah, it's just a different kind of like experience in the game. So I think it's it might save us time, but I think it also really is like something that that makes us unique in a way. Yeah. So how does this work? Like, is it that you and a bunch of people just drawing, and like how do you like, because everybody draws differently as well, like how do you manage that it stays consistent?
We use a lot of screenshots of characters and the things in engine as well, because we've sort of it makes it easier to sort of be on model all the time, like that you're drawing the exact same thing as you're seeing in the game, and it also makes us faster, or rather, I think, more consistent. If you're working without a reference like this, your picture might come out really nice, or you have like a picture that you're really struggling with, and it takes you like 3 tries. And for the choose your own adventure, especially, it's a lot about time as well. We need to be quite fast because we need to draw a lot of them.
Mhm.
So we sort of resolve to doing a lot of, sort of painting over these screenshots that we've done.
Okay. So you take the blueprints from the engine and then work over that. Okay, that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
It kind of
Um,
depends on the picture. Sometimes you have pictures where it would be too much. It would actually take too much time to like get a
mhm,
really good reference. I think Zina did. She's one of our other fantastic artists who were doing drawings. And she had like a drawing. There was like a doctor, like the doctor and one other character were like holding a body and putting it onto a card, and it was like we can't take a screenshot of that. We don't have that. So it was
mhm.
like there's sometimes Choose an Adventure where we can't really work with a reference and where we have to improvise a bit more.
Okay.
But then we just take a bit more time for those.
Is that something that was already done in Bavarian Tale as well, or did the process change?
I'm not entirely sure. I probably wasn't actually.
Hmm.
I think there was a lot more sort of drawing just with your hands,
Just like free
just
flow, like free form.
imagination.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
So now okay. Do you think that adds to the consistency of the overall art style, the way you do it
Hmm.
now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because art style is partly textures, which we solve by all using the same brushes, and then it's also the way you tend to do shading and lines, which is the part we kind of have to communicate and figure out together how to get those sort of close. And then it's also things like proportion. um, how stylized do you tend to draw your characters' proportions? Do you give them bigger eyes or like smaller necks or something?
Hmm.
And by sort of drawing over these pictures, we make sure that our proportions are quite realistic and very close to our actual characters.
Thank you very much for this insight into your work. Yeah, and what's left for me to say is we have a demo out. Please play it. Also, please wishlist our game and maybe consider giving it a spin as soon as it releases on April 7th.
Please look at the characters.
Yeah,
We try very hard, and I think they came out very cool.
yeah. Please look at the characters. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Do you have a favorite?
A favorite?
Yeah.
I keep thinking about it. I think I really like Jasper actually.
Hmm.
He's not in the prologue, I think, but he came out looking very mean, and I think he came out like the way I wanted him to look. Very cool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
cool. It's
yeah. Also,
like
like by what I saw of the story,
oh yeah, he's not
oh
nice.
my God.
he's, he's a rough one. Yeah.
He is rough. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Thank you so much for your time, Hannah. Wishlist Inspector Schmidt, the Ebbing, play the demo. Let us know what you think on our Discord, and I'll see you next time. Bye.